त्यांचा खूप आवाज येतो. try to contribute. We lost people. We lost people. So, welcome to today's meditation class. I hope you can hear me. Could somebody please just let me know if you could hear or if something needs to be adjusted? Okay, great. Thank you. All right. So I wanted to do the Metta Bhavana meditation today. And as usual, we will bring to mind ourselves, a good friend, a neutral person, and a person with whom we are having some difficulty. So I would suggest that for the neutral person, we could take somebody who we used to see fairly regularly before the lockdown and who we may not be seeing so much of after the lockdown. Otherwise, as usual, we could just pick a good friend and a person with whom we are having some difficulty. So just take a moment to choose these people. And I'd like to start this session with the Trisharan Panchashil. You could chant along with me if you like. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi buddham saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami, Dutiyampi sangham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi buddham saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi dhammam saranam gacchami, Tatiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. Panatipata veramani sikhapadam samadhiyami, adinadana veramani sikhapadam Sikkhapadam samadhiyam Kamesu michchāchāra viramani Sikkhapadam samadhiyam Musavada viramani Sikkhapadam samadhiyam Sura Miraya Majja Pamadatana Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyam Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. I'll now say the same 5 precepts that we have chanted in Pali. I will say them in English, in their positive form. You could repeat after me if you wish. With deeds of loving kindness, I purify my body.
I purify my body.
With open-handed generosity, I purify my body.
I purify my body.
With stillness, simplicity, and contentment, I purify my body.
I purify my body.
With truthful communication,
I
purify my speech.
I purify my speech.
With mindfulness, clear and radiant, I purify my mind.
I purify my mind.
So sit comfortably, firm base to your sitting, with the back straight, the spine erect, but without any muscular forcing, without any pushing, without any tension anywhere. Bring your awareness to your body, just an overall general awareness of the body. Aware of the sensations in the body, the sensation caused by the contact with the floor, with whatever you're sitting on. Sensation of the clothes on the skin, the air on the body. Body and mind both still at ease. Now we'll gradually allow all the negative tendencies, all the things that hold us back. We'll allow all these tendencies to flow down from the top of our head all the way down to our feet and flow down into the ground. Flow down deep into the earth. Any unhappiness that we have with our current experience, dissatisfaction with our current experience, we desire for having a different experience. Restlessness, anxiety, the rationalizations that we come up with to procrastinate, to not do what we know we should do. Just allowing all these tendencies to flow down through our head, neck, shoulders, arms, torso, so that the entire upper body is now free of these tendencies, allowing them to flow down further, down through our legs, down to the floor, and from the floor deep into the earth. And in the earth, they get transformed just the same way as the earth transforms all things. The way the earth transforms all the rubbish into beautiful manure, beautiful nourishing food for the plants and then for us. In the same way, we allow all of these to be transformed into things that will nourish us. Capacity for clear thought, happiness, joy, one-pointedness. And we could allow these tendencies now to flow into our body from the earth, flow through our contact with the ground, fill our entire being. Fill our being with the capacity for clear thought, for joy, for happiness, for one-pointedness, flowing up through our toes and feet, through our ankles, calves, shins, knees, thighs, pelvis, torso, filling up, suffusing our mind with the capacity for quiet, clear, undistracted thought, for joy, for happiness, for one-pointedness. So allowing all these positive attributes to suffuse through our body and mind. And now bringing a kindly awareness towards our current experience, whatever it may be. Turning towards whatever it is that you're feeling right now, whatever sensations you have in the body. whatever the feeling tone is of your mood, just having an openness towards it, kindly awareness of it. Thoughts that go through our mind about the future may make us anxious. We may be irritable with the current situation. All of these may be leaving a trace on our mood. Even though we may not be thinking those thoughts actively, they still color our mood. So just having a kindly awareness of that. Being open to it. Letting the particular thoughts go if they arise in our mind. But being open, being sensitive to whatever feeling tone they have produced in our mind. And also being aware that right now having a positive frame of mind, a luminous, contented, satisfied, creative frame of mind would be the best thing for ourselves and for others. So from this realization, from this deep desire, wishing oneself well, saying, "May I be well." Aware of the meanings of the words, allowing the sensation that they create to move through us like ripples in a pond. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. May I progress. Or we could allow the strong desire for our own well-being to manifest as a warm red light in the area around our heart. We could allow it to expand outwards, suffuse our entire being. moving our mind state towards something which is more flexible, more creative, less reactive, more open. Light, luminous, at ease. At ease in whatever situation we happen to find ourselves. Metta Bhavana, second stage, good friend. Bringing to mind our good friend, picturing their face in our mind's eye, allowing ourselves to connect to them, turning to them completely. Wherever they may be today, it's highly likely that their situation is very similar to our own. Their futures have just the same kind of uncertainties as our own does. And that they too may be having difficulties with a mind that's being reactive, unhappy, ill at ease, maybe even irritable. And aware that for them too, positive, creative, expansive, open state of mind would be the best thing for themselves and for those around them. So wishing our good friend well, saying, may you be well. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering. May you progress. Or we could allow them also to be in contact with, to be completely suffused by this warm red light of openness, kindly awareness. To allow them to be suffused by it so that their minds too become open, expansive, capable of responding creatively to whatever situation arises. At ease wherever they are. Metta Bhavana, third stage, neutral person. Bringing to mind the neutral person, picturing their face in our mind's eye, imagining them in this current situation. Most of us have been quite lucky. We've been quite privileged in how much we've been affected by the current situation. Almost everybody else is much worse affected than we are. And so chances are that this person is finding it much harder, has a much more difficult situation than we do. Although we may not exactly know what their current situation is, we could imagine it from all that we have seen, all that we have read about the kind of things that people are going through. We can be sure that for this person also, if despite their situation, they could keep a positive mind frame, it would be the best for them, for their family, for all those around them. So we could wish them well, saying, may you be well, may you be well. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering. May you be free from suffering. May you progress. We could allow that warm red light of openness, we could allow that warm red light of openness, of well-wishing, to suffuse them completely. Helping make their mind, move their mind to a more positive frame, towards more openness, receptivity, helping them be at ease, whatever their situation may be. Be able to respond to it in the best possible manner. Metta Bhavana, fourth stage. Person with whom we are having some difficulty. Bringing to mind this person, perhaps picturing their face in our mind's eye. Firstly, just having a kindly awareness of whatever it is that you feel, whatever emotions arise, whatever effect it has on you when you bring this person to mind. But instead, just having an open, kindly awareness. And we could try and put this difficulty that we are having in perspective. The entire world is going through a very difficult time. There's terrible suffering everywhere. And there is also enormous injustice in the way that people are getting affected. Just trying to see just how petty, just how trivial the difficulties we are having with this person are in this perspective, when you have the perspective of what all is going on. So rather than getting sucked up in this difficulty, rather than losing time and energy, running around in circles about it, just trying to let it go, and instead use that energy, use that time to do something positive and helpful for everyone. So we could wish this person well, and allowing that well-wishing to dissolve away our difficulty. We could say, may you be well. May you be free from suffering. Or we could allow this person also to be suffused by the warm red light of openness, kindly awareness, of well-wishing. Allowing them to be suffused by it. Allowing their mind state also to be elevated, positive, luminous, expansive. Responding positively to whatever their experience may be. Metta Bhavana, fifth stage, bringing to mind all four people, yourself, good friend, neutral person, person with whom you are having some difficulty. And wishing them all four equally well. Wishing for all of them to have the mental resources to deal with whatever their situation may be. deal with it positively, with as much grace. May they all be happy. May they all progress. Extending our awareness now to all of those who are meditating here with us. We may not be together physically in a room. Certainly our minds, our consciousnesses are in contact. Gradually including in our awareness more and more beings. All the humans on the planet, in different countries, in different situations, from different economic backgrounds. May they all be well. May they all get the resources to deal with their current situation. Including all the beings on this planet, all the animals, all the plants, wishing them all the very best. As our desire for the well-being of all spreads out throughout all space, above, below, all around, as it fills space to include all beings without exception, we could allow the Metta mantra to sound. Sarve Sata Sukhi Hontu Sarve Sata Sukhi Hontu Sarve Sata Sukhi. And then gradually, in your own time, bringing the meditation to an end. Thank you. It is a bit of a pity that the communication is a little one, I do see what you're Sangho me saranam varam etena satchavajena hotu me jayamangalam namo buddhaya namo dhammaya Namo Sanghaya. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Yeah, right. So with that, our session comes to an end here. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you all next week.